Thank you. Tengo,
I have a good friend that says that in Venezuela, we all have a number. To me, 24th January 2018, it was my number when I was detained illegally and arbitrarily in a torture center in Venezuela. For the political police in my country, I was a terrorist identified with the number 25 510 806. I was detained for 5 months at the Helicoide, the largest torture center in Latin America. There, I never had a visit. I was never allowed to have a lawyer. I could never see the sun. There, I was disappeared, and my mother was told that she should find me in the morgue. There, this Venezuelan state violated my human rights, tortured me physically and psychologically. And in time, I thought I would be killed when an officer of the police took a gun, put it in my mouth, made me to kneel, and forced me to say that I was afraid and that I was sorry. But that wasn't the worst. Sometimes the worst is to hear the torture of others, is to hear two or three officers raping a woman. It's listening the desperate screams of a man for the electric shocks that he was receiving in his body. The hardest thing is to say that this is still happening in Venezuela and that the Inter American Court of Human Rights, the United Nations, the OAS panel of experts document and report. But Maduro doesn't care, and he keeps committing these crimes. As the International Criminal Court opened an office in Caracas and an office for crimes against humanity, Maduro opened a new torture center at the same capital, whose name is Rodeo One. Maduro expelled the office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights from Venezuela for showing its concern for the disappearance of one of the leading defenders of human rights, Rocío San Miguel. In Venezuela, there's no moves to get justice. In Venezuela, still disappeared Lignola Figuera. So, in Venezuela, there's still persecution. There are 6 people hidden in an embassy for being part of the team of the political leader María Corina Machado. Henry Alveares, Claudia Macero, Pedro Rochurto. Right. They are locked up in an embassy just for being part of the team of María Corina Machado. He was tortured on March 22nd. The political police and the intelligence service. Last week, they jailed the last political prisoner just for joining a peaceful protest. Today, we're here because we won't stay silent. We're here because there's an autocracy in Venezuela that makes fear and torture a state policy to keep us silent. We're here denouncing that Nicolás Maduro, Cilia Flores, Tarek William Saab, Diosdado Cabello, Iván Hernández Dalo, they are responsible for the crimes against humanity that are committed in Venezuela. We're here to denounce that Milendris Benitez, after the torture, was forced to abort her baby. And today, they don't want to give her the medicine she requires. To denounce that Wilder Vasquez has been unjustly imprisoned for 7 months and still remains at Helicoide, a torture center. To denounce that in the capital city of my country, there are at least 17 clandestine centers of torture documented by the United Nations. We're here because the dehumanization that exists in torture, it's impossible to put into words. But there are words to repudiate torture, and there are actions to abolish torture. And that's our duty. That's why we're here. We're here because in Venezuela today there are around 280 political prisoners that have to be released. Because the crimes that Maduro commits are not just against Venezuelans, they are against the humanity. We're here because we won't stop fighting until all political prisoners are released and all torture centers are closed. Thank you very much.